Grains exploding into the green on Monday. Michelle Rook has more on what's pushing up prices to start the week in Markets Now.
Grain markets had another update on Monday. Oliver Sloup, Blue Line Futures, joining us, and a sharp rally. Warren weather premium continues to be pumped into those grain markets, Oliver. And, how much risk premium do we need?
Well, I think that is to be determined. And obviously, as you'd mentioned, a lot of green on the screen to start this week following those attacks, continued attacks on Ukrainian ports. And there seems to be a lot less panic, though, this time around versus last year, which I guess is a little bit of a silver lining. I think a lot of people have maybe got their ducks in a row, for lack of better terms. So we're seeing a more orderly climb higher. But we did have wheat finish the day limit up. But with that said, looking at the options market, we're able to get a good idea at where the market would be trading if there were no limits. And the option market wasn't pricing in an enormous amount of panic. It was only about 3 to 5 cents higher when we were locked limit. So, potentially there is some follow through, but you aren't seeing that spike in volatility like we saw last year. Looking at the CME CVOL index for wheat, the CVOL for wheat traded up to 59. To keep that in perspective, that is towards the high end of this year's range. But going back to the initial invasion of Ukraine, we saw the CVOL index spike to 105. So the volatility is still high, but not what it was last time around. So that's encouraging, and I like to see as a trader for sure.
So we got above some key resistance in a lot of the complex, wheat, corn especially. And where do you think we project to in a lot of these markets now?
Well, corn is bumping their head up against the 200-day moving average, that new crop contract that comes in at 575. I think that's going to be a huge barrier. That also represents a key retracement as well as some previously important price points. If the bulls can chew through that, potentially that spurs a little additional momentum, and maybe we go and make a run at $6. But I think a lot of this is going to depend on what wheat does and what weather does as well. Right now, the funds, the Commitment of Traders report, they're net short about 47,000 contracts, which is very indecisive. Broken down, that's 145,000 longs versus about 192,000 shorts. We're going to go one way or the other, but a lot of that is still kind of to be determined.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us for that update of Blue Line Futures, Oliver Sloup. And that is Markets Now. We'll have more AgDay coming up.